chord didn't go how I wanted. That chord did not go how I wanted. I've been working on this thing, sort of. I can't actually explain it. Anyway, it's been a process where I'm trying to make it so me as a business, as a full-time artist, has this kind of umbrella of protection for the next over it, allowing me to go deeper into the work, to be more intentional about it, to take a little bit longer, not over projects, but about all the stuff that goes around it. But that chord didn't go the way I was expecting it. I was expecting it to go one way, and it turns out that it's gone completely the other way. So I don't have that. I think I posted this shot to Instagram and Twitter the other day. I really like this flat lay type of stuff, but I exceptionally like these sort of backgrounds that you get. It's really handy to be able to put one out and then put your design on top of it, and you kind of get this nice effect. Anyway, that's all the magic of photography there. Let me have a quick chat, bring you over here. So yesterday's video was kind of interesting in a way. It's funny because doing these week notes, you're looking for a little snapshot out of each day that kind of shows my evolution as an artist and my artist practice. Some weeks nothing happens at all, other weeks are more interesting, quite a few things happen. So over the past few months, I've been working on a thing which isn't quite sponsorship, it's not quite an advance, but it would have been something that would help me make these tutorial videos and not really have to worry about an income during the time that I'm making them, and then possibly with a book near the end of it. And that seemed to be like a good thing to do. And yesterday I thought what I'll do is I'll set up this tripod, I'd have a long shot, I'd finish my call, and then I'd wheel over to the camera and then go, hey, I've got really exciting news. There's this happening and this happening, this happening. Only didn't quite happen like that, did it? Because it turns out everything has kind of fallen through. So I did a bit more of trying to sort that out this morning. And what I've come to the conclusion is this is what I probably should have done all along, is just make the tutorial videos anyway as me, an independent artist. It's going to be harder, it's going to be slightly tougher, but at the same time it's slightly more freeing. And the other thing is it means I'm going to be spending my own money. You probably noticed from the last couple of months of profit loss reports that I haven't really been selling anything, and I'll probably talk on another day for why that is. So I think that's going to carry on for a few more months. Instead of that funding, I'm just going to have to fund it myself. I don't really expect to ever get that money back, but it is something I think I can do for a few months while I just sort out these tutorial videos. The other exciting thing is, bundled up with all of this, is a move to a new studio. So this is probably the last week where the whole of Weeknotes will be in this studio. I'm not giving up this studio quite yet, but I am moving to a new space, and part of moving to a new space is, again, for these tutorial videos, I kind of needed a different vibe going on, and I'm also trying to move into print a little bit more, but we'll save that for next week. But yeah, interesting. Documenting these things is kind of funny because I'll be able to look back at this and go, oh, well, that's the moment that everything, well, instead of doing that path, went down this path. This path might be more tricky, but I think ultimately it'll be more satisfying. Hopefully we can get back to more nice things like watching more pen plotting soon and stuff like that. Anyway, I thought I was explain. Oh God, yesterday. It's 1984, that's 39 years ago. I'm 12 and my mind is blown by this game. What really amazed me is that there are so many planets, hundreds of them, thousands of them, and they each had their own name and population and system information and a description about it across 8 galaxies. Then about 8-9 years later, I'm at university and they have a mainframe system there. And we have all these terminals called VT100s. No, that's not important. The important thing is discovering a game called NetHack. It's this dungeon exploration game. You're like this funny character, and then the walls are made of dots and the corridors are made of these hash characters. What really grabbed my attention is every time you died, you'd start again, but the map would be different, although there were now and again similar points in the map. And it was this procedurally generated thing again. More random this time, but within certain rules and parameters. A NetHack map would often look like this, but also sometimes like this. Those two procedurally generated games have always stuck with me. So they came to mind when I was working on this upcoming exhibition, and I thought I'd quickly show you where I'm at, starting with this very literal interpretation of the NetHack map, sort of laying out all the rooms, and then starting to play around with the design a bit, something a bit more modern, and then going back to something kind of fairly retro, those old monitors with all the CRT lines on them. But then I thought, because there's 12 of us in this exhibition, it's a group show, that if I took the map and then I turned it sort of isometric and then made 12 levels of them, that could be kind of interesting. And then add some colour and some depth to it, and then a bit of shading, and that could be kind of fun. And then putting the corridors back in, kind of, sprucing up the background a little bit, and it's getting pretty close to where I want it to be. I have to stop working on this now, and tomorrow I've got to be working on something else. But yeah, this is where I'm at, and I kind of like it. I don't think I'm going to need to do that much more work to it. Anyway, that's been my day today. I will see you tomorrow.